So Anthropic just launched another technological feature just a couple hours ago called Claude Code Remote Controls, and that probably killed at least 6 startups overnight. Let's take a look at what it is. So Claude keeps running on your machine and you can control the session from the Claude app. Take a look at the docs here. You can continue running local sessions from any device with remote control. And in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to fully break down exactly what it is, how it works, what it means for you, and how you can utilize this. So what's actually changed today? So until now, Claude Code was literally chained to your desk. You'd start a task, a big refactor, a feature build, and you had to sit there and literally watch it. If you needed to walk the dog, grab a coffee, go to a bookstore, you either killed the session or just hope it'd be fine unsupervised. But remote control fixes all of that. So you start a Claude Code session in your terminal, type /RC, scan a QR code with your phone, and now you can monitor and control that session from anywhere. Your phone, your tablet, a browser on another computer, and your machine keeps running locally the entire time, so nothing moves to the cloud. Your files, your MCP servers, your project config, your tools are still on your machine. Your phone is just a window into what's happening locally, so think of it like AirPlay but for your terminal. But now, to be clear here, nobody's actually writing code on your phone keyboard. That's not the point. The point is supervision, approving file writes, catching when Claude goes off track, redirecting it mid-task. That's literally what you're doing on your phone. You're the manager, not the typist, right? So here are 3 ways to run Claude Code now, and they might look similar on your screen, but the architecture is a little different here. Let me walk you through this table real quick here. So first, the original Claude Code is in your terminal. It runs on your machine. You access it from your terminal, and that's it. That's what everyone's been using. Secondly, Claude Code on the web. This launched a while back, and this runs on Anthropic's cloud. You point it at a GitHub repo, give it a task, and walk away. It works independently, and it's kind of like a fire and forget. You don't even need the repo clone locally. Thirdly is the remote control, which just launched. The new one, it runs on your machine, just like the terminal version, but now you can access it from your phone, your browser, or anywhere. Your local files and your MCP servers, everything stays available because it's running locally. And the key distinction here is remote control equals your machine, right? It's accessed remotely, while code on the web is Anthropic's cloud. If you need your MCP servers, local files, or project config, you want to use remote control. If you want to fire off a task on a GitHub repo and walk away completely, that's code on the web. And you might be wondering, what's the difference between, Claude Code Remote Control and OpenClaw? Let's break this down as well. So remote control is a remote viewer for a coding session. It's a foreground process, meaning your terminal has to stay open. You close a terminal and the session dies. If your machine goes offline for 10 minutes, your session also dies. It has no scheduling, no cron jobs, no autonomous behavior. You start it manually and you supervise it in real time on your phone, and it works on your code base. OpenClaw is a daemon. It runs 24/7. It survives reboots, and it also survives you closing the terminal. Plus, it also survives your machine going to sleep and waking back up. So it runs on a schedule, your 6:30 a.m. daily briefing, your Monday deep dive, your campaign overspend alerts. It messages you on Telegram like a team member, so it doesn't need you watching it. So remote control is kind of like FaceTiming your office computer to see what's on the screen, while OpenClaw is like having an employee who sits at that computer 24/7, works on a schedule, and texts you the results. You don't really pick one or the other. You run both on the same Mac Mini. So if you're actively coding and need to step away, you want to use remote control. But if you're sleeping and you want your campaign stats at 6:30 a.m., then you want to use OpenClaw. And if you're at the gym and a campaign starts overspending, you want to use OpenClaw. Will catch that and alerts you. But if you want to debug a build and your meeting starts in 5 minutes, you want to type in -RC, hand it off, and redirect Claude from your phone. So this is a small table comparing remote control and OpenClaw. A lot of people confuse it as the same thing. And if you want access to this document, it's fully free, available in the description down below in the community. So now let's walk through how you can really set this up and the commands you use. So the setup is pretty much dead simple. You need a Pro or Max plan. Max users get this feature immediately, but Pro is coming soon. APIs don't work yet. You have to be logged in through Claude.ai. You want to make sure you're in the latest version, so you want to run Claude Update. So there are 2 ways to start. If you want a fresh session, just type Claude RC in your terminal. That's it. It shows you a URL and a QR code, and you want to scan it with your phone, and then you're in. If you're already mid-conversation, say you're 30 minutes into a refactor and you realize you need to leave, just type /RC from inside the session. It hands off that exact conversation to your phone. All the context, all the history, everything carries over. And here's a pro tip that will save you some headaches. So you want to type /rename before you do /RC and give your session a name. Otherwise, it'll show up on your phone as remote control session, and it'll be hard to find when you have 3 of those, right? Also, you want to run /config and set enable remote control for all sessions equal to true. Now, every single Claude Code session you start is automatically remotely accessible. Set it once and you never really think about it again. Now, let's take a look at what we should think about in terms of security here. Before today, if you wanted to access Claude Code remotely, you had to hack it together, right? SSH into your machine. That exposes port 22 2, which is a brute force target, or use ngrok, and that creates a public URL pointing at your computer. Or using Cloudflare tunnels where you're trusting a third party with your traffic. Every single one of those opens something on your network. But remote control opens nothing, right? It has 0 inbound ports. Your Claude Code instances make outbound HTTP requests to Anthropic's API. It registers and polls for work, and when you connect from your phone, Anthropic routes the messages between your mobile client and your local session. So your machine never accepts an incoming connection. Nothing reaches in, it only reaches out. And all the traffic goes through TLS, the same encryption as any regular Claude Code session. So the credentials are short-lived, auto-rotating, and scoped to a single purpose, right? Imagine comparing that to your own SSH keys. And here are the honest limitations to what I've seen so far is, I'm not really going to hype this up. Here's what doesn't work. So one is one remote session at a time per Claude Code instance. So you can't really share it with teammates. Number 2 is your terminal has to stay open. It's not a daemon. This isn't a background service. If you close a terminal, the session is gone. And 3, rollout is bumpy right now. Multiple people on the internet said that the max plan doesn't have this yet. It's not enabled for your account errors. If this happened to you, try /logout then /login and make sure you're updated. But know that it's a common issue right now. Number 4 is there's a latency on cellular. So this works over HTTPS polling, not a persistent connection. If you're on Wi-Fi, that's fine. But on a 1 bar of cellular in a subway, trying to approve a file, it's going to lag. And a lot of people are asking, hey, can I close my laptop while I do this? If your laptop stays powered on and connected to the network, lid closed, sleep disabled, plugged in, it should work. But if your laptop actually sleeps and drops off the network, you've got about 10 minutes before the session dies. That's why I run a dedicated Mac Mini that never sleeps. So let's talk about the platform kill zone real quick, because this feature just made at least 6 startups irrelevant overnight. VibeTunnel was a web UI wrapper that used Tailscale to give you remote access. It shipped in January this year and literally just got a couple months of life. While Happy Coder, and it's literally Claude Code Remote on GitHub, all built slightly different versions of the same thing, and now it's obsolete as of today. So how are you supposed to compete if Anthropic's version is free with your existing subscription and 1/command, no SSH tunnels, no Tailscale, no Cloudflare, no extra apps? It literally syncs with your file system, your MCP servers, and your project config natively. How do you expect to compete with that when you're a third-party tool charging separately and requiring extra setup, right? And this isn't new. Apple did this to flashlight apps. Google did this to weather apps. Now Anthropic is doing it to the entire Claude Code mobile ecosystem. And this is the same pattern that we're seeing covered on this channel with the OAuth changes, right? First, they let the ecosystem grow. Third-party developers find the gap, build the product, validate the demand. Then the platform absorbs the feature into the core every time. Here's a lesson, and I really want you to hear about this if you're building anything on top of someone else's platform, is if you're filling a hole, it will be a little risky from what I'm seeing right now. So if we all zoom out for a second and ask, what is Anthropic really doing here? Well, the API is table stakes now, right? Everyone's got an API. What Anthropic is building is the full stack developer experience, terminal, web, mobile, all synced into one session. And every feature they absorb makes switching to Cursor or Copilot harder. Not because their model is better, maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but because the switching cost compounds around workflow. And workflow is sticky in ways that benchmarks never were. So we literally went from writing code to watching AI write code to then checking on AI from our phones while walking. At some point, we're just the middle managers with terminal access. And what's also interesting is that the developer role is shifting from writer to reviewer to supervisor, and remote control is a feature designed for supervisors. So if you're on the free plan, this doesn't really touch you or affect you. Claude Code isn't available on the free plan. If you're on Pro at $20 a month, remote control is coming soon, but they haven't announced the date yet, so we just have to wait for that. But if you're on the max plan, paying at least $100 to $200 a month, you have it right now at no extra cost. Just update Claude Code on your and type in /RC. And if you're running OpenClaw on a Mac Mini like me, this is a bonus, not a replacement. So you already have remote access to your business automations through Telegram. So remote control just adds remote access to your coding sessions. So run both at the same time on the same machine and makes you just a little bit more productive. So if you enjoyed this video today, give this video a like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. And make sure you click on the link in the description down below to access this document so you can reference this yourself. And at the speed that things are moving right now, Claude literally just released Claude Cowork scheduled tasks just like a couple hours ago. As you can see, it's February 25th. We can take a look at the documentation as well here, but I just have everything updated and put into a document, summarized, organized with all the commands inside the school community. So I think it's pretty valuable to share this with everyone inside the community. And you can also share updates with one another inside. So I think that you can schedule cron jobs now for your Claude Code, which is also pretty sick and neat. So I'll be dropping another document down there as well down below in the description. So make sure you join the community, and I'm super excited to see you in there. And also make sure you check on the plugins documentation on Claude's website, because there's a lot of things we can play around with here. And I'll also include a link down in the description down below. Hope you enjoyed this video today, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.